Honestly, when I was in high school, I don't really have like a bad story or anything. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was successful in high school, passed the grades, my colors, joined clubs, all that. Just didn't have the patience for high school with the whole teachers and the students and the constant bickering and stuff. I just couldn't take it anymore, so I just wanted to take the easy route out by just getting my GED.
Started like getting up in the morning, go to school to like just go have fun and meet all my friends, and we'd go like leave, go downtown, go to the lake, just do whatever, anything but school, hang out down in the parking lots. And then like the summer in between sophomore and junior year, I got arrested for some really stupid decisions, and like it started off with like I couldn't go to my junior year for a while, so I just kind of gave it up and decided I was just going to take my GED.
Like, I mean, I didn't always have the best of grades. Like, it just seemed like when I got kicked out, I went and did homebound, and you know, I'd get B's and stuff. And then when I was there, I didn't do that well. And like some of the teachers and stuff, they would just straight up just like be trying to rag on you about your grades and stuff in front of students. You know, it didn't really bother me too much, but that it's just disrespectful.
When I finally dropped out for good my junior year, it was because, well, my sophomore year, I had gotten expelled, and like it wasn't a secret. Everybody knew what happened, like what I did, everything. And when I went back, everyone was just so hard on me about it. Like, I couldn't go one day without people bringing up what happened, like literally. And like even principals and stuff, they would like they would want me to sign things that said they could search me whenever they wanted, or that they could go to my car whenever they wanted. And I was like, but all that was from last year, you know? If you're gonna do that, why am I here? Like, if I'm still, like, I don't know. If you don't want me here, I'm not gonna be here. And so I just decided to quit because everything made it so hard. Like, my grades weren't bad, I was doing fine, but socially, it wasn't okay.
I have like my story is like kind of mixed up in a way. Like my freshman year, I skipped a lot. Like I just didn't like I cared to go to school at the beginning, you know, because it's like I wanted to do good at the start, but then I just didn't care, and I was skipping all the time, and I got put on probation, and I wasn't getting my credits. I was failing all my classes. And when it came to my sophomore year, I only had 3 credits, and I would have had to stay extra years in high school just to get that going, even to get my diploma. And it's like, on top of that, I was going from like every different school in Monroe County, so it was really tough on me there. And then I was just like, you know, I gotta not just find an easier way, I just find something that can benefit me in the long run and help me out, and that's why I dropped out.
I really wasn't supposed to be going to Monroe County schools, and like my brother had to drive me to a certain bus stop every morning, and my brother ended up moving out and didn't really have a car, and I ended up getting put on probation for missing a bunch of schools, and they ended up putting me in anger classes, which really didn't help, because a lot of people at the school just wanted to fight and wanted to argue and wanted to just push buttons, and it got old. I was at the point to where the next person that was gonna pop off something, I was just gonna go off, and I figured it was best for me and everyone else if I just left.
Well, I got in some trouble a while back, and then I went to a private school for a little bit, and that was a load of crap. And then eventually it closed down. And then I tried homeschool for a little bit and quit that, and that's pretty much it. I never liked school from day one. I hated it. Getting up in the morning, going, it's awful.
Well, when I dropped out, I pretty much came here, and I think that this is a better place, it's a better environment. And I don't know if it's just me, but I think learning in a smaller environment is better, and you're not more pressured, and they don't try to put more force on you than what they do at an average regular school. So I would pretty much say I'm doing better, and that's about it. I hate school. It wasn't though, because I thought that even an alternative school, I thought it would just be more of a smaller environment, and boom, it's still gonna be like school. No, it's not at all like a regular school. You know, they're different teachings, the teachers are different, they got more of an understanding. And obviously, if you're dropping out of school because you can't make it in a full setting, then you know that, I mean, it's smart for the teacher to know, well, I'm not gonna make his learning and, act like a regular school. And they kind of switch it up, so I like that. They don't really like force you or press you to, get assignments done on the deadline or nothing. They just pretty much it's at your pace, and they just kind of want you to know, I'm not gonna force you to do it. If you want to succeed, you're gonna do it on your own.
My biggest thing, like the reason I like it is like the teachers here are so laid back. Like he was talking about his high school, like they just kind of like gave you an assignment, and that was you do it on your own time. And if you needed help, it was one-on-one. It wasn't like a class with 20, 30 kids in it, where if you need help, the whole class goes over it. And when I got here, I like the smaller crowds. I hate like big classes, because there's always something going on between 30 kids, and there was only like I think 7 or 8 kids in my class in the morning, so I got through it pretty quick.
It benefited me a lot because especially like with some of my subjects too, because I'm really, really bad at math, and like just with Marty, like that one-on-one helping me with that, it's like I'm a lot better, and it's like, oh, I'm a lot smarter than what I expected, because I never thought that, when you're in high school, everybody's on the same pace, they've been learning the same thing, and you can't always keep up. So I don't know, it became a lot easier, and it was really helpful. So. It depends on when the person and like their situation behind it. Like everybody has a story behind why they're getting their GED. It could be like, the simplest story in the world, I just needed to drop out because I couldn't make it, or I didn't have the credits or whatever. It really depends on, why they're having a hard time in school, the reasons, who's giving them the hard times or whatever, and just kind of like, how is this better for you? How is it going to benefit you? You need to find out all those things before you come into a program like this, because it's just like, oh, I'm done with high school. I need to get my GED. It's not just to call it quits. It's something you got to sit down and think about, and it's a process, and you got to take the time if you really want it.
I would tell them the truth. You want the easy way or the hard way out. If they say they want the easy way, I would tell them I'd stay in high school. Because I truthfully think, it's like an easier way of learning, but it's truthfully it's more complicated, because high school, you got a processing time, they got followed steps, that throughout your graduation time period. As of coming here, it's harder because you want to hurry up. You're getting everything. It's just going to be put on you. Boom, you're going to have to do it. And then with a short period of time, you got to be taking the test. It's over everything. High school, you don't got to do that. It's just you get to, throughout your years, your freshman, your sophomore, junior, and stuff. Then it adds up to it. As of coming here, you study for everything. Boom, you take it all at once. And truthfully, to me, I think that's harder than going out through a full process. Now, if this GED thing was like high school, kind of like the same as it is right now, except for you can be in this program like a freshman, sophomore, junior, up to senior, then it'd be like way easier, like it ain't uncomparable. You know?
And I would have stayed in school if I could have done classes like this because it just works so much better for me. And I think that there's no reason that there can't be an option for that and still be able to graduate. Like shorter hours, I mean, as long as you learn what you need to learn and get what you need to get done, that you should still be able to graduate with classes like this. And I think that that would really help people stay in school because I know that it would have helped me if they had that option.
I mean, like, it's a lot easier for, like, a regular school. Like, there was nothing different about the school. It's just smaller. It's really easy for a school with smaller crowds to do one-on-one, and it's a lot more laid back, and, you know, everything's a little slower. Like, you go to North or something, there's a lot of kids in a class. They can't go around the class and do one-on-one with every, and, you know,
It's a faster, it
it's
seems
all,
like.
yeah, very fast-paced.
Truthfully, I was scared when I dropped out because I was also, I mean, I did have my fun, whatever, like went to parties every weekend and stuff, did whatever I wanted to do. But truthfully, honestly, I was scared because it was hard looking for a job, especially in a heavily populated city and without education at the same time. So it was very difficult. But of course, when I moved to Bloomington, like also when going for the GED programs there, you have to wait like a couple months for orientation. So because I mean, so many people are trying to get a GED all of a sudden now, everybody. So it was hard that also. But when I moved to Bloomington, when I found out about this place, first day I came here, they pretty much got me in the program first day I got here. Took a test, whatever, set a date for me, came in next week, and that's where I started.
Well, it wasn't so much the whole education thing, it was how am I gonna get a job? What am I gonna do to make money? That was it. It wasn't about the education, it wasn't anything else. It was about the money and a job. And that's about it. Getting money to live somewhere. Just basic stuff, that's about it.
I agree that it's harder, like, you think, okay, yeah, I'm gonna drop out and not have to go to school and not have to worry about anything, because, like, you're 16, you don't have very many responsibilities, but when you drop out and you're not going to school, it's like, you're not 16 anymore, you're done with high school, you have to do something else. And so, I work a lot, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. You know, I thought, oh, I won't go to school, I won't have to do anything, but I do.
I mean, yeah, I pretty much learned that though. I learned that you gotta have some type of something, you know, to amount to something. If you ain't got no GED, you ain't got no high school diploma, then you grow up, what are you gonna do? You gonna work at McDonald's or Taco Bell your whole life? I mean, you know, that's all right when, you know, you under 18 and you working there, that's fine. But when you're over 18, dude, first of all, it's embarrassing. It really is. And my dad, you know, he's got his high school diploma, he's got his college, you know, degree and everything. I mean, God, I just realized that I just need to do something before I get put away or I get carried away and get fall around into the wrong crowd.